From the Massena Arena in Massena, New York, you're watching Northern Athletic Conference hockey action here on Edwards Production Sports. Hi again, hockey fans. Chip Chapman along with Jamie Davis. Delighted to have you with us here for high school hockey action on Edwards Production Sports. As tonight, the Massena Central Red Raiders take on Rome Free Academy.
Yeah, I'll tell you, this is a team, Rome is rich in history of great hockey in the past. This high school has played some very tough teams along the way for the last, I'd say 15 years or so. One thing they've been noted for in the past, and it hasn't changed any, is goalkeeping and defense for this team. You'll have to watch it to believe it. I think we're going to see a low-scoring affair. I don't think we're going to see the wild action that we saw the other night here against Potsdam. I think we're going to see a low-scoring affair here, and I think we're going to see some great defense and great goalkeeping out of both teams.
Massena Central Red Raiders coming into tonight's game with a record of 11 wins and 3 losses, coming off of that overtime exciting loss on Wednesday night here at the Massena Arena with the Potsdam Sandstoners winning 5-4. Now, Rome Free Academy come into this game number 1 in Section 3. They have a record of 12-3 overall. They are 9-1 in their league. They have a 1-game lead over the second-place team in Section 3. Currently, these two teams are ranked in New York State. The Massena Central Red Raiders currently are ranked number 2 in New York State. Rome coming into this game currently ranked number 5.
Well, I'll tell you, Massena's being really put to the test this week. First that game the other night in overtime with the Potsdam Sandstoners. Now this game against Rome. They're the number 5 team in the state right now. And then they've got St. Francis tomorrow, a game that all of you will see right here on Edwards Production Sports. So the Red Raiders are really being put to the test.
Rome Free Academy are led in scoring by Steve Townsend. Steve Townsend has 14 goals, 16 assists for a total of 30 points on the season. He wears number 15. I'm sure we'll be calling his name quite a bit this evening, along with Anthony Frankie and Dave Previtt. Previtt has 10 goals, 12 assists for a total of 22 points. He wears number 17 for Rome, and Anthony Frankie wears number 10. He has 11 goals, 9 assists for a total of 20 points. On the Massena ledger, of course, they're still they are still led in scoring by that first line. Josh Spanberg now on the season. Josh Spanberg has, let's take a look. He has 16 goals, 19 assists for a total of 35 points. Mike LaPointe, 13 goals, 9 assists for 22 points. And Seth Service also in there, Service with 9 goals, 9 assists, and 18 points. We'll be back with the start with a play-by-play of tonight's game right after this. You're watching high school hockey action, and it's all right here on Edwards Production Sports. Welcome back to the Massena Arena as we are underway here with high school hockey action in Massena Central Red Raiders and Rome Free Academy. Red Raiders with that first line of Service, LaPointe, and Spanberg out there. And on defense, Ryan Kerwin along with Frank Joy. This is Frank Joy in his own zone. A pass for Mike LaPointe, now for Seth Service. Rome Free Academy coached by Al Williams going here with a line of Anthony Frankie out there, along with Jason Swistak. John Rowe also on the ice. Rome changing on the fly. They now send out Steve Townsend out there, along with Anthony Amo. Going after the loose puck, this is Steve Townsend, number 15. He checks Frank Joy. Joy plays the puck though for Josh Spanberg. Now Mike LaPointe. LaPointe sends on goal. Our goaltenders in this hockey game, Vinny DiMaggio in goal for Rome. And the Massena Central Red Raiders going once again this evening with Justin White, who played in the game against Potsdam.
I think tonight, Chip, you're going to see both teams try to dump the puck in as much as they possibly can. You got a couple of tough defenses on both sides.
Here's a shot. DiMaggio makes the save. Les Pribble right on the doorstep. As the Red Raiders have Jason Converse, Les Pribble, and Corey David out there. If you'll remember Wednesday evening, Coach Tim Long played Heath McLean on this line.
I think Rome Free Academy plays some very tough teams. In fact, they play against such teams as Oswego, Liverpool.
Correct.
They're in that division, and that has always been a very, very tough division.
From the draw, this is Richard Kikas sending the puck down. Justin White plays along the boards. Now Les Pribble. Rome trying to pin the Red Raiders in their zone. A couple of things in talking to Al Williams, the head coach of Rome, before tonight's game. A couple of keys in this hockey game. Well, one, they have to play strong in their own zone, similar to what Potsdam's coach Mark DeRushy, assistant coach of Potsdam, had commented the other night before the game, is try to prevent the Red Raiders from setting up in Rome's zone. And also then, when Rome have the puck offensively and down in Massena's zone, they have to take advantage of scoring opportunities. The last 3 weeks, I guess, it has been a problem for Rome, although their record is 12-3 and they're 9-1 in the league. Over the last 3 weeks, Coach Al Williams has felt that they could have done a better job in that area.
Well, they haven't lost too many games. In fact, the ones they didn't lose by much. And they've got a very, very tough squad out there. One thing I noticed already, Chip, that Tim Long is going with the frequent line changes out there, just like he did against Potsdam the other night.
This is Eric DeRosie, a shot. DiMaggio with a save. Now Scott Service centers in front. Here's a turnaround and a shot by Tim O'Shea. And DiMaggio stops that. Now Sam St. Thomas runs into Jamie Courier. Puck rolls to the line. This is Justin Davis. Davis will play it along the boards for line mate Anthony Frankie. Frankie, one of the leading point getters for Rome Free Academy, loses the puck. Schneider plays behind his own goal for DeRosie. Tim O'Shea has it momentarily. This is Scott Service. Service is knocked down by Frankie. Now DeRosie. Center ice area. Knocked down, now loose puck. Tim O'Shea in all alone. Shoots, and DiMaggio gets his glove on that shot, and then he is knocked into the net, and the net comes off its moorings. So, Jamie, we've seen the best scoring opportunity in this hockey game, and Tim O'Shea comes away frustrated.
Yes, he does. He was right clean on a good breakaway right there, but DiMaggio for the Rome Free Academy team, I'll tell you, we're going to see an awful lot of that tonight. We're going to see some great goalkeeping and great defense tonight by two of the best, the top 5 teams in the state right now.
Vinny DiMaggio, 8 wins and 3 losses in the net for Rome Free Academy. Red Raiders with that first line out once again of LaPointe, Service, and Spanberg, and this is LaPointe. Behind the net, intercepted by Matt Clara, but he can't clear. Seth Service behind the net. Now has the puck poke checked off his stick by Steve Townsend. Steve Townsend, a Section 3 All-Star 1 year ago. Rome trying to work out of their own zone, held in by Kerwin. A weak shot, and nobody was set up in front of the net for the Massena Central Red Raiders. That allowed Vinny DiMaggio to see that puck clearly, Jamie, and covers up.
There you get a look at Vinny DiMaggio of Rome Free Academy there in the background, along with our scoreboard, and he's had quite a season out there for Rome.
From the draw, Rome will clear to center, but over skating it there was Dave Previtt. Red Raiders at their own blue line. Oh, a mistake by Mike Dion, but back is Josh Spanberg with a puck. Spanberg being watched on the play by Anthony Amo. Passes up along the boards, intended for P.J. Rochford, but the Red Raiders are called for icing.
We've seen some real close checking so far at center ice, Chip, and like I said, I think we're going to see this kind of game all night long, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised that this is going to be a very low-scoring affair, like a 2-1 deal or something along that line. But you've got 2 of the best in the state right here, and you definitely have 2 of the best defenses and 2 top goalies out there.
Our referees for tonight's game are Mr. Larry Legault and Mr. Dan Boyer. Red Raiders in their own zone. Dion behind his own net. For Rochford, now Corey David. Corey David is checked by Nick Mendiola. Rome comes with a puck, but they overskate. Held in by Darryl Finn. Dion along the boards for Tribble. Held in by Brian McGill. Red Raiders a little sloppy here in the early going. Talking to Massena Central Red Raider head coach Tim Long before the game. Keys for the Red Raiders in this game were be a little bit sharper, a little bit more crisper with their passes. Here's an intercept. Rome in over the line and a blast off the stick of John Rowe. Good anticipation by Rowe, who also was a Section 3 All-Star 1 year ago.
And he blasted that one over the top of the net.
Might have been partially deflected. Now this is Justin Davis trying to work out of his own zone. O'Shea gets in front of that. Ooh, now O'Shea is knocked down by Jason Swistak. In over the line. Here's a shot. DiMaggio had the angle covered on Jamie Courier. And we got a break in the action. 9:38 remaining. We're scoreless. We'll be right back.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Bob Post has been there for over 30 years, serving the people of Massena with complete auto, home, and life insurance coverage. If you're not satisfied with your insurance situation, call Bob Post at 764-0189. Let him give you a quote and see the advantages that State Farm can offer you.
Rome controlling off the draw. A pass intended for Anthony Frankie. Too far for him. Justin White will play. Frankie knocks down Justin White. Red Raiders will clear to center. Now racing for the puck. This is Courier from a sharp angle. His shot goes wide of the mark. Held in at the point by Chad Schneider. This is O'Shea going into the corner. Jamie Courier setting up front, being watched by John Rowe in front of the goal. Scott Service. Checked by Anthony Frankie. They collide finally. Here come Rome. A long shot by Sam St. Thomas. Goes wide of the mark. Rome changing on the fly. O'Shea had his back to the Rome player coming towards him. That allowed Rome to intercept. This is DeRozzi along the boards, but pinching in on the players. Rob Marchand momentarily. Rome had the puck, but the Red Raiders send it the length of the ice, and they are called for icing.
Well, the Red Raiders wanted a line change right there in the worst way, and it looked like they wanted to do it in the worst way, Chip, and the only way they could was to send the puck down the ice and get that line change they wanted. We've seen that tonight. A lot of frequent line changes. Now Rome's starting to do the same thing.
Steve Townsend, Dave Previtt, Anthony Rowe. Anthony Amo, check that. On the ice for Rome as they are battling against Massena's line of Justin Walsh out there, along with Heath McLean and Joey Weisskopf. This is Justin Walsh. He's hit by Marchand. Puck held in by Rome. Red Raiders bottled up in their own end right here. Walsh, a pass, broken up. Finally, the Red Raiders get the puck out. Center ice, this is Heath McLean. Ooh, but stepping up on a play was Nick Mendiola.
Wow.
Nick Mendiola, who was an honorable mention to the Section 3 All-Star team a year ago, with a big check a moment ago. Frank Joy steps in. Here's Justin Walsh holding the puck in. Rome don't waste any time, do they, Jamie? They don't want the Red Raiders to set up in the Rome zone, so they will clear the puck immediately.
And I'll tell you, Massena is making line changes like crazy. I can't even keep up with it. They're changing on the fly constantly, trying to catch Rome off guard.
Here's a shot right on net. Justin Walsh is tested his toughest test so far in this hockey game, as we have 7:31 remaining in our first period. There you get a look at Justin White.
Justin had a great game the other night against Potsdam, even in the losing effort. He played sensational goal for the Massena Red Raiders, and he's back in goal again tonight.
White came up with 17 saves in goal the other night for the Red Raiders. Scramble for the puck along the boards. This is Seth Servith. Now the Red Raiders try to come to center, but broken up. Good forechecking by Rome. Jim D'Angelo can't do anything with a puck. Now Josh Spanberg almost steals, poke checked away by Matt Clara. He'll move the puck to center. Clara gets away from Service. Sends the puck along the boards. Down to 6:50 in our first period. Center ice area, this is Spanberg. Spanberg moving in over the line. Spanberg tries to put a move on Clara. Here's a bouncing puck that just goes wide of the mark as P.J. Rochford took the shot. It deflected off a leg in front, but off the Rome goal. Spanberg tries to set up a point, but good job by the Rome forwards as they're deep in their own zone, forechecking, or back checking, I should say, the Red Raider forwards and not allowing them possession of the puck.
You won't see too much fancy play by Rome. They're a pretty basic hockey team.
Now behind the net, Anthony Frankie takes a check. Held in with a puck. This is Mendiola. Directs towards the goal, but in front of the net we have Mike Dion tied up with a Rome player. I believe it's Jason Swistak. There you get a look at Mike Dion. Mike Dion, senior defenseman, 6 foot, 166 pounds.
I might add, Chip, as I remember, I think you're going to get a chance to talk with Mike Dion during the intermission.
Yes, an interview we did earlier.
One of them, anyway.
Yes. Red Raiders behind their own goal. Trying to move the puck. This is Corey David. David is tied up along the boards by Townsend. Shot directed toward the Red Raider goal, but wide of the mark. 5:40 remaining in our first period.
Both teams.
Now the puck comes loose, and here's a backhander that just goes wide of the mark.
Both teams having a hard time once they're in the zone trying to set up to get anything going at both ends.
Steve Townsend with a scoring opportunity a moment ago. Now Converse plays to center. Sent right back to the Red Raider line. Rome will change on the fly now. This is Schneider behind his own goal. Chad Schneider with 5:10 remaining in a scoreless first period for Eric DeRosie. DeRosie has trouble with it. Puck is knocked down. It's loose. Sliding across was Chad Schneider to break up that scoring opportunity. And here come the Red Raiders. Les Pribble down the left wing. But he is checked on the play by Matt Clara. Clara doing a good job, showing good speed, getting back to stop the efforts of Les Pribble. Now Kerwin, a shot that goes off the skate of Clara and into the corner. Corey David with Les Pribble set up in front. This is O'Shea being checked. The puck comes free. O'Shea has it, but only momentarily. Now Richard Kikas plays it along the boards. Kikas works it free, but not out of the zone. O'Shea plays it behind the net. Good chance for the Red Raiders to change, and they are on the fly. Down to 4:15. We are still scoreless in our first period. Nice to have you along with us for high school hockey action as Massena taking on Rome. From the point, Ryan Kerwin holds the puck in. Scott Service going behind the net. Jamie Courier is set up in front. Courier is tied up. Red Raiders working free. O'Shea with a shot. Vinny DiMaggio down, makes the pad save. The rebound, and Courier shot the puck just wide. Ryan Kerwin with a good save at the point as he holds the puck in. Now Scott Service sends one towards the net, but Vinny DiMaggio makes the save with Tim O'Shea standing on the doorstep.
Couple of great opportunities right there for the Red Raiders, and Tim O'Shea like a bee around in front of that net out there, taking a couple of swings at it. There you get a look at Ryan Kerwin. Ryan had a good game the other night against the Sandstoners.
Pretty good shift that time by the Massena Central Red Raiders.
And they are constantly changing that line, Chip, and keeping the fresh legs out there.
Now they're going with that fourth line. This is Heath McLean with a turnaround and a shot. DiMaggio has it. And with Joe Weisskopf looking for a rebound, DiMaggio will cover up for a faceoff.
Again, DiMaggio with another key save. Get a look at Vinny DiMaggio.
DiMaggio, a junior goalie, 6'1", 180 pounds from the draw. DiMaggio kicks that shot away. Now in front, the Red Raiders. Oh! Heath McLean had an opportunity as DiMaggio had his head turned the other way. However, McLean, I don't think, got the shot on net, JB.
No, and I'll tell you, DiMaggio was real lucky, as you said, Chip. He was looking the other way.
Rome control the puck in their own end. Play at the center, but Dion is there to knock that down. Now trying to work in over the line was Anthony Frankie. He is poke checked off the puck. Marchand with a nice pass. In over the line, it's Frankie with a shot. And right on net, Justin White makes the save and covers up.
And the moorings, this time, one of the moorings coming out down there. We've seen some rough play around the front of the net, but you can tell out there that both teams respect each other. just by the way they played. Hey, get a chance to take a look at number 23, Sam St. Thomas, junior, 5'11" inches. And Sam is definitely a threat when he's out there. He's been one of their top goal scorers.
From the draw, this is Eric DeRosie. DeRosie loses the puck to the side of the net, cleared by Chad Schneider. Now along the boards, held in. This is Townsend. Townsend tries to play in front, broken up. Schneider behind the net. Being forechecked on the play by Previtt. Red Raiders, Mike LaPointe. Now Josh Bamber works it free to LaPointe. LaPointe behind the defense to the backhand, and DiMaggio makes the save. And all the way down the ice as Mike LaPointe was trying to get a strong backhand off. He had his stick hounding him, and that was the stick of Anthony Amo.
There it is again on the replay. LaPointe breaking right in, and he was able to get by the defense that time, but DiMaggio coming up with that big key save, and he's had quite a few of them so far.
Face off to the left of DiMaggio, and from the draw, Red Raiders skate back in their own zone. This is Ryan Kerwin for service. Now for Josh Banberg. Sent right back into the Red Raiders zone. We're down to 2:05 in our first period. Rome changing on the fly. This is Frank Joy. Nice pass across ice, and Spanberg with a nice move. Gets around two players. Tries to feed service with a puck at the blue line, but that was broken up. And here come Rome. This is John Rowe. Rowe has a poke checked off his stick. 3-on-1 possibly. Spanberg in. He lets the shot go, and DiMaggio comes out, cuts the angle down, and makes a blocker save. Here come Rome. 2-on-2. And a long shot that Justin White makes the save. And he covers up. 1:29 remaining first period. We'll be back right after this.
Looking for a good time? Then join the Massena Springs Tavern on Thursday evenings for karaoke with Tim. And on Friday and Saturday, dance to the sounds of the live bands. Entertainment 9:45 until 1:45. After work specials Monday through Friday 4 to 7 and on Sundays 4 to 6. Great beverage prices and a good time. That's what makes the Massena Springs Tavern the place to go. Located on the corner of Hatfield and Main Street in Massena.
From the draw, Red Raiders control down to 1:20 in our first period. Dion loses the puck at the blue line to Jim D'Angelo. Now P.J. Rochford for Corey David, who leaves the puck for Jason Converse. He overskates. Now Converse plays into the Rome Free Academy zone. Les Pribble in for checking along with Jason Converse. Rome will break out of their own end. This is Mendiola. Check that. It's McGill. McGill in over the line. Gets away from a check. In front of the net. Here's a shot. And Justin White makes the save, and the Red Raiders clear the rebound. Corey David eludes the check, and the puck rolls to center. Rome will have to regroup there. We're under a minute to play here in our first period, down to just 30 seconds. Corey David at his own blue line. Checked on the play. Now Justin Davis plays it to the blue line. Mike Dion now moves in. Dion's got O'Shea going to the net, but it's poke checked off his stick. Now Rome back. Once again, Sam St. Thomas in over the line. St. Thomas tries to feed in front. But a good defensive play by the Red Raiders. Here's a shot through the maze of players, and it's in the net. And it's a goal for Rome.
And I don't know about what that was deflected in, but like you said, Chip, that went through a maze of players out there. I don't even know how it made its way to the net. There were at least 3 Massena Red Raider players standing there, along with 1 Rome defenseman. And I think that was deflected in.
John Rowe looks like he's going to get credit for the goal.
We'll look at it again, and yes, I think that was knocked down with a stick that came up in the air. But we'll have to wait and see.
Well, the stick couldn't have been above the shoulders because the referees are counting the goal. Just 4 seconds remaining in the period. So at the 14:56 mark, John Rowe gets the goal. Justin Davis picks up the assist. And Sam St. Thomas.
Sam St. Thomas.
With the other Rome assist.
Roll of Davis St. Thomas. 14:56.
At 14:56, the time of the only goal in that first period, as Rome lead, as we have played 15 minutes in this hockey game.
That was quite a drive taken right from the point.
Before tonight's, or earlier this week, I had a chance to talk to a couple of Massena Central Red Raider defensemen, Mike Dion and Frank Joy. Welcome back to the Massena Arena, where after one period of play in this hockey game, our score, the Rome Free Academy Black Knights 1 and the Massena Central Red Raiders nothing. Pretty good first period, Jamie.
Absolutely great first period. 1-0's the score. As I figured, it might be a low-scoring affair. It has been so far, but a big goal coming up at the end of that period, by the way, by John Rowe, and he shot it through a maze of players, and I'll tell you, I still don't know how that went in the net.
Yeah, I don't know if it got knocked down by one of the Red Raider players by a hand or something, because the puck seemed to be right around shoulder height, and it got redirected into the net somehow, and Rome lead 1-0. Saves in that first period, Vinny DiMaggio with 9.
9 saves for Vinny DiMaggio, and White from Massena coming up with 7 saves in that first period. But it's just the kind of play that I thought we would see out there tonight between these two teams, and I still think it's going to be a low-scoring affair and a defensive struggle all the way down the line between the defenses of both Massena and Rome and the goaltending on both sides as well, Chip.
These two teams had the opportunity to meet earlier this season. However, things didn't work out quite the way both teams wanted. It was in a Rome tournament earlier this season, a tournament in which the Massena Central Red Raiders won. However, Rome lost in the first round of that tournament, so they did not make it to the finals. The Red Raiders, as I mentioned, won that tournament, defeating Greece, I think, in the final. 5-1, I think, was the score. But they get a chance to meet here this evening, and we are just about ready for second period action.
Well, Chip, one of the things I wanted to point out before this period got underway is that both teams have been looking forward to playing each other here. And they didn't get that opportunity, as you mentioned, earlier on this season in that Rome tournament.
Well, these two teams usually are ranked up in the state, and they have the opportunity possibly of meeting one another in the state playoffs. So, yeah, I think it gives both coaches a gauge to see where their team is at and how is the talent level downstate a little ways.
Yeah, playing at this time of the year, this is a real good time to find out how good they are.
Yes, because a couple weeks now and we'll be starting playoff season, really. From the draw, Rome controlling the puck. Here's the shot directed. It's loose in front. And a shot, but a weak one by Justin Davis. And Massena's Justin White might have got a piece of it. It went behind the net, but Davis probably would like to have that shot back.
I think he certainly would. I don't think he got all his stick on it. He wanted to lift that up and stick it in the corner, and it got up in the air, but didn't have much velocity on it.
We've played a minute in our second period. Along the boards, Josh Banberg going after the puck. This is P.J. Rochford. Puck rolls around the boards, and Vinny DiMaggio will not take any chances. He'll cover up for a faceoff.
One thing I do expect this period, Chip, is both teams to get a little bit more physical out there than they were in the first period. Not that the first period would lull you to sleep or anything out there, but I think both teams are going to try to turn it up right here a little bit.
Face-off will come to the left of DiMaggio from the draw. This is Les Pribble in the slot area pass right on his stick of his teammate, Converse, but he was knocked down before he could get a shot away. The Black Knights clear. Justin White plays along the boards, but it's held in by Amal. Tries to play it back to the point. Oh, Converse was hit hard from behind. Now Rochford a pass for Converse, but he was too well tied up on the play. This is Rochford at his own line for the Red Raiders. P.J. Rochford now to center, plays the puck in deep. Swiss tack, loses the puck. Pribble. Les Pribble skates behind the net, but nobody in front for the Red Raiders. Now Rochford. A shot that goes off a stick. Red Raiders trying to feed in front. It's loose and it's in the net. And the Red Raiders have tied it. What a fluke goal. I believe Corey David backhanded the puck. He'll probably get credit for it. We'll get a look at it right here.
Let's watch it once again, right in front of the net. As you said, Chip, it was a fluke goal. I don't know how it got in the net.
The puck deflected from behind the net off a stick. Here, if we can see it. Oh, it deflected off the defenseman's stick. Corey David was trying to feed it in front. It went off the defenseman's stick, went high in the air, and came down. Watch the defenseman right here. To the side of the net. See, he puts his stick down. The puck goes off his stick. Vinny DiMaggio loses sight of it, and it hits him in the back and rolls in the net. So a very odd goal, but hey, the Red Raiders will take it. This game is tied at 1. Here come the Black Knights back once again. This is Brian McGill rolling the puck in deep. P.J. Rochford runs into Jim D'Angelo.
So we've seen 2 pretty weird goals out there so far, Chip.
Were you able to get the call on the goal, Jamie?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Our next break, we'll bring it to you. 12:20 remaining.
Corey David, Chip. Corey David did get the goal. The assist came from P.J. Rochford and from Jason Converse at the 2:02 mark of the second period.
For Corey David, he has 8 goals now on the season, according to our Cable 24 stats. Puck is rolled the length of the ice, and it is icing called against the Rome Free Academy Black Knights.
Well, I hope everyone is enjoying our coverage here on EP Sports of NAC Hockey, and we've got lots more of it tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 live right here on EP Sports. St. Francis will be in town to take on the Massena Red Raiders. You won't want to miss out on that action. Coverage beginning here at the arena, 1:30 live right here on EP Sports, WEPT Channel 24. Chip?
Service on the draw. This is Frank Joy. His shot ricochets off the leg of Davis. Red Raiders trying to feed in front. This is Josh Spanberg. Service. Seth Service leaves it behind the net. Mike LaPointe. For service too far. Now LaPointe in the corner. Frank Joy one-times it, but he partially fans on this shot. Frank Joy holding the puck in at the blue line. Plays into the corner. This is Mike LaPointe. LaPointe feeds Spanberg across Kerwin. Now service. Spanberg set up in front. Here's a shot. Pad save. Rebound. Spanberg fires it. DiMaggio the save. The rebound. No goal. No goal.
And the reason for it being it was a gloved ahead. And that's the reason why there's no goal there.
A hand pass is called by Larry Legault, the referee, against the Massena Central Red Raiders. We'll get a look at it one more time.
Yes, and I believe you'll see where Seth Service gets a hold of it and gloves it down. Here's the shot on net, and right here, there it is right there. Seth Service gets his glove on it.
Good call.
And it would be like me picking the puck out of the air and saying, here, Chip, drop it on the ice and score.
That was
Can't do that, I guess.
And a good call by referee Larry Legault. Now the Black Knights try to come back the other way, but Steve Townsend is taken out by the Red Raider defense. This is LaPointe. Nice pass, but intercepted by Rome. Now Frank Joy behind his own goal. This is Ryan Kerwin. Kerwin along the boards, held in momentarily. Rome have to tag up at the blue line now. This is Spanberg behind his own net. Rome going with the line of Steve Townsend, Dave Previtt, and Anthony Amo. Here's a shot sticked aside by goaltender DiMaggio. Now trying to hold in at the blue line. Good job. That time by Jason Converse, but the Red Raiders only hold in momentarily.
Converse seeing quite a bit of ice time tonight out there, Chip.
Yes, playing on this line with David and Tribble. Now it's Converse in the corner. Ooh, Townsend runs into him. Corey David overskates the puck, but now Corey David quick to get back. Oh, he runs Steve Townsend into the boards. Puck is loose at the Rome blue line. And the Black Knights controlling the puck in their own end. But Corey David intercepts. Plays a shot towards the Rome net, but wide of the mark. Now coming in front, here's a deflected shot off the stick of Converse, but wide. Red Raiders bang away, they score!
And that one's going to count, and I think that was deflected in, Chip. Les Pribble will get the goal, but I'm pretty sure it went off a skate, a Rome player, and went into the net.
We'll take a look at it. I think maybe just Vinny DiMaggio got a piece of it and just trickled behind him. Maybe we'll get a look at it again. And we do.
5:26 in the second period. You see the second goal scored by number 12.
Yes, here's Corey David
Corey David.
to Les Pribble, and Pribble just puts it past DiMaggio as he looked like he was able to get it, push it between the pads. Oh, and it just trickled in. So the Red Raiders take the lead 2-1, and we have 9:25 to play here in our second period.
And Jason Converse picks up his second assist of the game, and Corey David now on the night has an assist and a goal as well.
This is Les Pribble once again firing the puck in from center ice. Corey David tries to hold it. Now Tim O'Shea, as the Red Raiders now changing. Here's David going to the box. Scott Service takes his place. T.J. Rochford. His shot goes wide of the mark and into the corner. This is Darryl Finn. Finn just plays it out of harm's way and out to center right. Mike Dion falls down on the play. And Larry Legault blows the whistle with 8:48 remaining to play in our second period. And there you see our score on the Club 37 scoreboard is Massena leading by a goal, 2-1. A little bit about the head coach, Al Williams, at Rome Free Academy. He is a graduate of RFA, of Rome Free Academy. Al Williams went to New Hampton College, New Hampton Prep School for 1 year, and then went on to play hockey at Oswego State, graduating in 1981. Here's a shot, they score!
Beautiful pass out in front of the net that time as Anthony Frankie puts it home, but watch this pass that comes to Frankie. It was beautifully set up.
Rome don't waste much time in coming back to tie this hockey game, as Anthony Frankie, one of the leading scorers on this team, here we got to look at.
Watch this pass come back out in front. There's Frankie sitting right there in the slot, and he banks it on home.
Scored by number 10, Anthony Frankie.
Frankie gets the goal. Here we got to look at it.
4, Justin Davis.
Justin Davis an assist.
23, Sam St. Thomas.
Sam St. Thomas with an assist.
Davis and St. Thomas.
And it was St. Thomas that faked the shot and put a beautiful pass right on the stick of Frankie. And he scored. Now the Red Raiders back right away off the draw. And the shot, DiMaggio stops that. Pad saved by DiMaggio, but the rebound, LaPointe plays it in front. And a shot by Spanberg goes off the leg. Chad Schneider, his shot wide of the mark. Behind the net, the Red Raiders now service. He's knocked down on the play. Now checked into the boards. This is Schneider coming up. Schneider feeds in front, but behind LaPointe. DeRosie one times towards the net, but wide. Service from a bad angle takes his shot. That was partially deflected in front. Now LaPointe. LaPointe is knocked down in the Rome zone. From LaPointe, DeRosie feeds into the slot for service, but he couldn't control a bouncing puck. That allows Rome to clear out of their own, in front of their own net. Finally, the Black Knights will clear to take some pressure off, but the puck goes right on net, so icing is waved off. 7:23 remaining in our second period. We are tied at 2-2. And the Red Raiders now send the puck the length of the ice, and Red Raiders are called for icing. 7:14 remaining, second period. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Massena Arena for high school hockey action here on Edwards Production Sports. The Black Knights skating out of their own zone. Showing some speed on the play is John Rowe, but Rowe was checked and knocked down by Frank Joy. Now Heath McLean going in. Jason Swistek had the puck. This is Steve Townsend. Townsend is spun around. Now McLean going after loose puck. He's got Justin Walsh breaking to the net. However, coming up with a puck for the Black Knights is Dave Crevitt. Moving it over the line. It's Townsend. Plays it behind the net. Rome are going for a line change here. This is Justin Walsh. Sending the puck down deep into the Rome zone. Now a race for the puck. White out of his net, plays into the corner, right on the stick of a Rome player who feeds in front. And Justin White has to play it behind the net. And then the net comes off its moorings, and we get another stoppage in play. Down to 5:47 in our second period.
Excuse me, Chip. Richard Kakis around in front of the net for the Black Knights, and he almost got a chance to deflect one in right there. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Yep, you are. From the draw, Rochford.
It was a good guess. Let's put it that way.
This is Pribble. Sending in deep. DiMaggio will come out to play along the boards. Held in. Red Raiders trying to feed in front to the side of the Rome net. A scramble in front. Where is it? They score! Vinny DiMaggio gets up. He is upset. But the goal counts. And the Red Raiders retake the lead at 3-2.
Now, when we show this on the replay, I want you to watch the referee's signal right here if we get a good shot at it. And see him come in right there, Chip, with his hand up. He already had his hand up, I guess, for the goal before the net came off its moorings.
9:22 of the second.
9:22 the time of the goal.
Scored by number 12, Les Pribble. By number 9.
Les Pribble gets the goal.
Number 17, Jason Conley. Pribble, David, and Conley.
Corey David picking up an assist on the play, along with, I think, Jason Conley. And the Red Raiders leading once again by a goal, now at 3-2.
Thank you.
And once again, we saw the tennis balls come out onto the ice. You know, we can't stress to people not to do things like that. We know that the game is exciting and sometimes you lose it. But it can become quite dangerous, too.
Now the Black Knights trying to work in over the line, and Sam St. Thomas was taken down. And we will see our first penalty of this game. So when we come back, we'll see the Rome power play. 5:11 remaining. We'll be right back.
Stop into Whalen Insurance Agency, the family-owned business in Massena, established in 1916. John Whalen is an independent insurance agent who deals with many insurance companies to fit your insurance needs. Call Whalen Insurance today at 769-2486 or visit them at 90 Main Street in Massena.
Rome Free Academy on the power play here. They have Anthony Frankie out here, along with Sam St. Thomas up front on the power play. And Justin Davis. And at the points, John Roll. And offsides called at the Massena blue line. It looks like Nick Mendiola also working one of the points on the power play. Rome coming into this game hitting at about 20-25% of their power plays. They are averaging about a goal a game on a power play, according to head coach Al Williams.
And both teams right now making a liar out of me. I really thought this would be a very low-scoring affair right here with two great defenses, but I guess you get the number 2 and number 5 teams, and you've got two potent offenses, too.
We are under 5 minutes to play in our second period. 3-2. Red Raiders in the lead. Red Raiders going with a penalty-killing unit here of service, along with Frank Joy, Ryan Kerwin, Josh Banberg. This is Dave Previtt now for Rome, playing the puck to the point. Shot right on. Justin White makes the save. And he covers up for a face-off.
Well, we want to tell everyone that coming up in February, one of my favorite sports, and we'll be covering it here on Edwards Production Sports, wrestling returns to EP Sports. Our first matchup, I believe, is Governor at Massena, and you can see that. And don't forget to tune in each day on TV 24 for the schedule to check it out. Wrestling returns to Edwards Production Sports High School Wrestling in February. Chip?
From the draw, the Red Raiders send the puck down into the Black Knights zone. Rome trying to set up on a power play. 28 seconds remaining on the Massena penalty. With a puck, this is Previtt trying to feed in front. It's loose, and Townsend, as he was falling, put the puck on net, but Justin White made the save.
Townsend, a little bit of a spinorama there, almost was able to shovel it in.
Red Raiders with a penalty killing unit here of Rochford, Dion, David, and Pribble. Here's a backhander wide of the mark. Townsend tries to feed in front. That goes off the skate of Rochford. Red Raider penalty has elapsed, and look out as that puck comes flying up in the direction of cameraman Gary Edwards. And we get a break in the action and into the crowd with a Rome contingent.
Thought we were going to get a souvenir there for a minute. You're not going to believe this. When we were here earlier with our crew, of course, that was setting up for tonight's game, I found a puck over in back of the grandstand area. Can you believe that? Not that it's going to change my luck anywhere.
Well, as long as you weren't the recipient of that.
No, you don't want to get hit with one of those things.
Down to 3:20 remaining here in our second period. Red Raiders leading by a goal. Chad Schneider working the puck free, but Richard Kekis takes control. Kekis tied up, trying to feed in front. It rolls along the boards. This is DeRosie behind his own net. Now Schneider. Schneider being forechecked by Daryl Finn. Finn tying him up. Kekis comes in trying to work the puck free. Finally, the Red Raiders come away. This is Tim O'Shea. O'Shea has Scott Service breaking. Right side, Service working in over the line, but he was hounded all the way down the ice by Nick Mendiola, and Mendiola's going to go for hooking.
Well, Mendiola had right a hold of him all the way down through by the boards there, and he will go to the box and sit for a minute and a half.
12-13, second period. Penalty number 20.
11-13, the time of the penalty. Nick Mendiola goes to the penalty box, and we'll take a look at the Red Raider power play for the first time in this hockey game. Seth Service, Mike LaPointe, Josh Banberg, and then Frank Joy, Ryan Kerwin at the point. Red Raiders unable to hold the puck in the Rome blue line, in the Rome zone, I should say. Now the Black Knights start out 2-on-1, a pass in front of the net intended for Anthony Frankie, a little bit too far for Frankie, as he is out there along with Justin Davis, John Rowe, to kill off this penalty. This is Josh Spanberg. Spanberg to the blue line with 2:10 remaining in the period. Nice pass, Red Raiders in front. It's loose, they score! A power play goal. Red Raiders lead by, 4-2.
And the Red Raiders quickly putting that together too, Chip. They weren't dawdling any on this power play goal. Here it comes down in front. And right there, and I'll have to wait and see. I believe Spanberg's going to get credit for the goal.
See his fourth goal. 12:53 mark in the third period, scored by number 19, Josh Spanberg.
Josh Spanberg gets the goal. 12:53. Time of the goal.
The number 7, Mike LaPointe. Number 3, Frank Joy.
Mike LaPointe, Frank Joy picking up assists.
Spanberg.
That's a power play goal for the Red Raiders. As Spanberg picked up the loose puck in front, fired it past netminder Vinny DiMaggio. And the Red Raiders up by 2.
And that line this year has had its share of goals, Chip.
Probably over half the Red Raider goals on the season to date. Townsend is spun around and knocked down. Previtt tries to play to the point, but the Black Knights were unable to hold the puck in the zone. And we have an offsides called at the Rome blue line. So we're down to just a minute and a half remaining in our second period.
Well, so far it's been a quick-paced game. Things happening in the snap of a finger practically out there.
A moment ago, you saw Club 37 scoreboard.
There's Anthony Amo, number 16, out there for the Rome Free Academy Black Knights.
Right now, it's Kekis out there along with Finn and McGill. Red Raiders counter with the line of Pribble, Converse, and David. That line has been very productive so far in this hockey game for Massena. Now along the boards, puck held in. This is McGill. McGill Saunders in front, but nobody there for the Black Knights as Kekis was too well tied up on the play. Along the boards, this is Corey David. Tries this clear but can't intercept it. Rowe, John Rowe took a shot, went off the leg. Rowe has it back once again. Red Raiders trying to clear, they do. This is P.J. Rochford who has his pass intercepted. Back come the Black Knights once again. Under a minute in our second period. A shot right on net, easy save. 40 seconds remaining, second period. We'll be back right after this.
Portions of this broadcast are brought to you by TVI Warehouse, reminding bowlers to watch the TVI Monthly Bowling Show each month on TV 24 and find out how you can win great prizes and money by qualifying each month on TVI's Monthly Bowling Show.
And you won't want to miss out on TVI's Monthly Bowling Show. That'll be coming up this coming week right here on Edwards Production Sports.
From the draw, right back to the point, and a hard shot taken that time by John Rowe. Justin White stopped it with his glove / chest, and the puck bounded high in the air. Here's another hard shot, and White made a nice save with his pad that time. Now in front, Rome looking for a goal here late in the second period. Red Raiders having trouble here. There's a good flurry right here by the Black Knights, and the shot, Justin White makes the save, this time off the stick of Jason Swistak, and Justin White says, hey guys, we're a little unorganized right here. I'm going to hold on to this one and we'll regroup.
Well, the Black Knights really putting on the pressure here now, and they had a flurry of players around in front of Justin White right there, and two real hard shots from the point too, Jeff. Blistering drives, but White standing his ground and doing a good job of making those saves.
Credit to Red Raider defense. I'm not sure that, I think Justin White saw both of those shots, and that meant the Red Raider defense were doing their job of at least having their body on the opposing player. 5 seconds remain in our second period. John Rowe, a hard shot, and Justin White has to make a pad save just as the buzzer goes to end our second period.
Well, the Knights, the Black Knights, some real hard shots with plenty of velocity on them at the tail end of that period, Chip, but the Massena Red Raiders come out of that period smelling like a rose.
Earlier this week, I had a chance to talk to P.J. Rochford.
And Ryan Kerwin had a chance to talk with you as well.
And we will have those interviews coming up after 2 periods. Red Raiders leading by 2.
4-2.
Welcome back to the Massena Arena for period number 3, high school hockey action. Hi again, hockey fans. Chip Chapman along with Jamie Davis. 2 periods are in the books. 4-2 is our score. Rome led after 1-0. Red Raiders outscored Rome in that second period 4-1 and lead after 2 periods 4-2. And here we go into the third period.
Shots on goal, Massena had 14. Rome had 7 in that period as well, Jim.
Here's a shot. DiMaggio makes the save. The rebound comes loose. Oh, and Spanberg fired it just wide, and it ends up on the mesh behind the Rome net. And they'll bring the face-off outside the zone. Recapping the scoring summary in this game so far, Les Pribble has a goal, his 9th on the season. He's also picked up 2 assists. Corey David has 2 goals for the Red Raiders, his 7th and 8th goals on the year. He also has an assist. Jason Converse has 3 assists in this game. So this second line for the Red Raiders has done a good job so far this evening. Josh Spanberg has picked up his 17th goal on the year. And Mike LaPointe, Ryan Kerwin have added assists. So the Red Raiders coming close here in the early going of this third period. Frank Joy sends one towards the net. Seth Service deflects the puck, but wide of the Black Knights goal.
Ryan Kerwin and Frank Joy taking a couple of tricky shots right there.
Now, Anthony Frankie knocks down LaPointe. That allows the Black Knights to clear, but they did not wait to get across center ice line before they sent the puck in. And icing was called. Against the
Louis Trevino doing his thing for the Booster Club.
icing called against the Rome Free Academy Black Knights.
But it's for a great cause, though.
Yes. The Booster Club. Now from the draw, Townsend in deep. Steve Townsend, one of the captains of this Rome hockey team. Now the Red Raiders break out a pass for Corey David. David looking for the hat trick in this hockey game. He shrugs off a check. Pribble alone in front. Oh, and Les Pribble didn't get much on this shot.
Boy, pretty good opportunity for Pribble right there.
And directed it just wide. Pribble right now has Townsend's stick against his neck. And the two players can't get away from one another.
And I think, I don't know.
Minors.
And they are both going. You're right, Chip.
One for holding and one for, I believe, cross-checking.
Steve Townsend wanted to make sure that Pribble wasn't going to get away and start something for the Red Raiders. But
Townsend looks like he's going for cross-checking. Yes. And Pribble goes for holding. 1:34, the time of those penalties. Here we get a look at it. Les Pribble is knocked down by Steve Townsend. And Townsend wanted to keep him down there. And
number 12, Les Pribble, didn't have for holding.
So the teams will skate at 4 aside now for the next minute and a half. Red Raiders with David out there along with Converse, Dion and Rochford. For Rome, they go with Frankie, Davis, Marshall, and Mendiola. Vinny DiMaggio waits, and Larry Legault did not want to blow the whistle, and he's explaining to the Rome netminder right here that when you've got a chance to play the puck, I want you to play the puck and not hold on to it.
Yeah, I don't know, Chip, whether or not you can draw a delay a game situation right there or not, but I think you can.
Sure you can. But if you're looking for a face-off, and if he did smother the puck, if he did put his glove on it, and without a Massena player around,
now here it is. Now the puck is just sitting there. And Courier says, if you want me to, I'll take a swipe at it. It don't matter to me.
Right.
It looked like the Rome players were just kind of inviting Courier to come in there and take a shot at it.
Here's Davis trying to feed in front, but Courier had Anthony Frankie too well tied up. He could not pick up that pass. Now O'Shea. O'Shea a pass for Courier, one times it, and it goes wide of the mark. It trickles all the way out to center, and this is Justin Davis. He overskates. Now Davis plays into the Red Raiders zone. Davis skates to the bench for some fresh legs. 12:15 remaining in our third period. Red Raiders leading by 2. Ooh, Mike LaPointe skates in and had Sam St. Thomas lined up, but St. Thomas got by LaPointe's check.
I think it was a good thing because LaPointe had plenty of velocity going when he did that.
Now right in front, a backhander that White makes a save on John Rowe as DeRosie was trying to tie up Rowe. Here come the Red Raiders back. Josh Banberg tries to get around Townsend, but Townsend steals the puck. Now feeds teammate checked out Brian McGill. McGill lost the puck at the Red Raider blue line. Now Mike LaPointe checks Marchone on the play. Red Raiders in battling Seth Service now to Mike LaPointe. LaPointe feeds Service. And his shot goes off the leg of Townsend before it reaches the Black Knights' goal. Seth service, dumped on the play. Red Raiders trying to hold the puck in. Finally, roll and play at the center. The penalties have elapsed and the teams are back at full strength. We have 11 minutes remaining here in our third period.
And the Red Raiders have picked up the pace quite a bit right here, and they're running this Rome Free Academy team right ragged here right now.
Now John Rowe. Center ice eludes a check. Rowe. Bulked by LaPointe. Stays with a puck. A back pass intercepted. Josh Spanberg to center ice. He spins around Dave Previtt. Previtt plays the puck into the Red Raiders zone. Now out to center service. Oh, he had Josh Spanberg breaking, but the puck was knocked down off of a Rome hockey stick. Now at center ice, Ryan Kerwin steps up, one of the captains on this Red Raider team. Kerwin plays the puck around the boards, held in. This is Les Pribble. Pribble's got Corey David going to the net, but Dave Previtt had checked Pribble and knocked the puck off his stick. Now Corey David in front, centering pass, and his deflection just went wide of the mark as Pribble tried to set up Corey David for his hat trick. Under 10 minutes in our hockey game. Red Raiders leading by 2. This is John Rowe. Rowe shows good speed. Rowe breaks in over the line with teammate Jim D'Angelo. D'Angelo fires a shot short side. Justin White makes the save, and he pounces on the puck. We have a stoppage in action. There you see our score on the Club 37 scoreboard.
Well, Justin White has been superb in the net tonight for the Massena Red Raiders. He's come up, Chip, with some big key saves when he's needed them. And when Rome breaks out of their own end, they break very fast. They don't waste any time getting down to the other end of the ice.
Davis will take this draw back to the point, but Marchand was unable to keep the puck in the Red Raiders zone. Now Tim O'Shea steals at center. O'Shea fakes the shot, but now is knocked down by Marchand. Red Raiders center in front. DiMaggio is down. Nick Mendiola had taken out Scott Service. Service tried to reach back for the puck, but the Black Knights were able to clear. What a close call. Oh, here's a check as O'Shea was hit from behind, and Rome Free Academy gained possession of the puck, and we have a penalty. 9:12 to play, third period. We'll get a look at the Red Raider power play when we return.
Come to the hall that started it all, Billy's Bingo Hall. They now offer Midnight Madness. Cards are on sale at 10:30. Bingo starts at 11:30. Same game schedule as day and evening sessions. Enjoy the snack bar and bingo 7 days per week with a guaranteed winnings of $3,400 per session. You can catch Midnight Bingo on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. Billy's Bingo Hall is located on Route 37 in Hogansburg.
Red Raiders on the power play. Ryan Kerwin. This is Josh Spanberg. Nice pass, set service to spin around, but he lost the puck off the edge of his stick just as he was trying to spin. Red Raiders trying to hold in, they do. Kerwin. Ryan Kerwin at the blue line. Cross ice, Frank Joy one-times it. Deflects off the skate into the corner. This is Spanberg. Josh Spanberg plays across ice. LaPointe, nice pass. Seth Service shoots, he scores. A power play goal.
And Service, beautiful, lifted it up over the top of DiMaggio. What a goal by Service.
Watch the way this line passes on the power play this time. That's a power play goal once again for Massena, their second in this game. Cross ice pass coming up. Spanberg, look at that. LaPointe, he doesn't waste any time. Seth Service moves in front.
Number 7, Mike LaPointe. Number 19, Josh Spanberg. Service, LaPointe, and Spanberg.
Service from LaPointe and Spanberg. For Mike LaPointe, it's his second assist in the hockey game. For Josh Spanberg, his first assist to go along with a goal. And for Seth Service now on the season, Service has 10 goals.
I'll have to play some golf with Seth Service. Looked like he used a wedge on that one.
He got it up top. That's what you want to do when you're close in. The goaltender DiMaggio went down, committed himself, and service went up top. 5-2 is our score. 8 minutes exactly remaining in our third period. Here's a shot blocked by the Red Raider defense. Les Pribble. Jason Converse knocked down by Steve Townsend. Trying to work the puck free. Rome feed it in front. They score! Dave Previtt comes back for Rome and gets the Black Knights to within 2 goals of Massena. And Previtt goes upstairs with a shot.
Yes, he did a beautiful wrist shot, too. We'll take a look at it once again. Here's the pass out in front, and bang, just like that, it's gone.
Rome's third goal, scored by number 17, Dave Previtt. Assist going to number 16, Anthony Emo, and number 15, Steve Townsend. Previtt from Emo and Townsend.
7:17 the time of the goal. Previtt from Amo and Townsend.
And just like that, it's a 5-3 game now.
And here's Pribble. Pribble trying to feed in front for P.J. Rochford, who's in deep. Pass was too far for the Red Raider defenseman. This is Tim O'Shea to the point. Rochford one times it. It's deflected. The Red Raiders come back and score.
And that took a little hot to the side right there as DiMaggio misjudged it, I think.
Well, Jamie Courier got his stick on it, I believe. We'll probably watch it on the replay, Jamie. Courier had his stick down. One of the keys, once again, for a defenseman, keep the puck low on the ice. Watch Rochford. He one times it. O'Shea feeds it back. Rochford's shot. Look at Courier. He's able to deflect it between the legs of DiMaggio.
Jamie Courier. Assist number 18, P.J. Rochford. And number 14, Tim O'Shea.
Tim O'Shea, P.J. Rochford.
Rochford and O'Shea.
Picking up assists. And for Jamie Courier on the season, that is his second goal. So he now has 2 goals and 2 assists for a total of 4 points.
Well, I have got to say, Chip, that the Red Raiders have impressed me tonight against this Rome Free Academy team. They have come up with 6 goals in this game. And I really honestly thought that this would be a low-scoring affair between these 2 clubs. But I'll tell you, Massena has come through, and they have played outstanding hockey tonight.
Here's a bouncing puck. DiMaggio made the save, couldn't control the rebound. Scott Service feeds Frank Joy, and he blasts one just wide of the mark. Scott Service checked on the play by Jason Swistak. Red Raiders play to the point. Joy now for Kerwin to the net, and Tim O'Shea deflected that one, but just wide of the mark. 6:34 to play in our third period. Jamie Courier looking for goal number 2 in the hockey game, but comes up empty that time. Red Raiders leading by 3. We have icing called against Rome. 6:23 remaining in our hockey game. We'll be right back. With Jamie Davis, I'm Chip Chapman back at the Massena Arena. We are in our third period. Red Raiders in the lead 6-3. Here's a shot by Townsend. Justin White deflects that into the corner. Now Joe Weiskopf. Weiskopf for Justin Walsh. Walsh plays the puck along the boards. P.J. Rochford has the puck. Red Raiders send into the Rome Free Academy zone. Justin Walsh comes out. He takes a shot. DiMaggio with a save. Rochford one times it. That time partially fanned on his shot. Here come the Black Knights to center. It's Townsend all by himself. Steve Townsend has a poke checked off his stick by P.J. Rochford. 5:20 remaining in period number 3. Massena leading by 3. Mike Dion. Pass goes off. Joe Weiskopf. Weiskopf checked into the boards.
Wow, a heavy collision by the bench right there.
Now Anthony Frankie sends the length of the ice in Rome with 5 minutes left in this hockey game.
Well,
Our
we've
call for icing.
seen the muscle come out here in the latter stages of this third period. And I have to say this, Chip, that this is not the game I expected to see, really. I thought we'd see more of a defensive battle out of both of these teams, but it has turned out to be an offensive battle right now.
First period, it was 1-0 Rome. Second period, or after two, it was 4-2 Massena, and the Red Raiders have outscored Rome 2-1 here in the third so far, and lead 6-3. Now behind the net, Red Raiders controlling. Frank Joy, a pass intended for Jamie Courier, too far from Courier, centers in front. Broken up, here come the Black Knights. Justin Davis on the right side. Davis steps in over the line, and Frank Joy takes care of the Black Knight forward. Now a pass for Courier. It comes to Kerr when he shoots. Down to the point with a rebound, and DiMaggio got a piece of that.
And I don't know how DiMaggio stopped that second one.
Vinny DiMaggio was slow to get up. Now the Black Knights starting out of their own zone. Center ice area, Nick Mendiola. In over the line, has a poke checked off his stick. Here come the Red Raiders to center. In over the line, Seth Service elects to just play the puck in deep. Ooh, Corey David with a big check on John Rowe that time. Well, now a long pass intended for Steve Townsend at the Red Raider blue line. The puck hopped over his stick. Townsend has it once again. Plays into the slot area and turning around with the puck is Amo. Amo looking in the slot for Townsend. Feeds in front all alone was Justin Davis, but Townsend couldn't quite get it on his stick. Townsend turns. The rebound. They bang away at it, and the puck just goes wide of the mark. Red Raiders right here, a little sloppy in their own end once again. 3:11 remaining in our hockey game. We'll be back right after this.
Well, we'd like to remind everybody here on Edwards Production Sports that lots of hockey action continues tomorrow live right here from the Massena Arena and right here on Edwards Production Sports. As St. Francis will be in town, and Chip, that ought to be a dandy of a game as well, as St. Francis is now sitting at the top of the Western New York Federal League, Hockey League, and they're having quite a season there.
Will be a good chance for both of these teams once again to see one another. They played in the first game of the season, and St. Francis defeated the Massena Central Red Raiders by the score of 4-3 in that game. So tomorrow will be once again another good matchup for both St. Francis and Massena. St. Francis tonight are taking on the Potsdam Sandstoners, and tomorrow Rome will switch places. They will go to Potsdam, and St. Francis will come down here. I believe that's correct. I think St. Francis are playing Potsdam.
Yes, that is true. They're getting a test tonight over at Potsdam as they take on the Sandstoners. But I'll tell you one thing, Chip. The Red Raiders are looking forward to that one tomorrow. I'm sure they'd like a rematch with St. Francis after the go around the first time with them earlier this season in Buffalo.
And they will get one in less than 24 hours, Jamie.
Which I'm sure they're very happy with the way things are going right now. With 3:11 left, they're ahead by a score of 6-3. And you know something? I think if you really truly ask the kids afterwards, I think they probably will tell you, "Gosh, we never expected to do that," because this is a very tough Rome Free Academy team, and both the offenses tonight have been unbelievable for both teams, really.
From the draw, Frank Joy in his own zone, being checked on the play by Townsend. Red Raiders play along the boards, but not out. Held in by Mendiola. Now, trying to start out of his own zone is Frank Joy. He gets away from a check. Tim O'Shea tries to feed up for Scott Service. A little bit too far for the Red Raider forward. Now, battling along the boards. Jamie Courier trying to work the puck free. John Rowe in there for the Black Knights, and here come Rome out of their own end. John Rowe will skate at the center. Rowe moving in over the line, has a poke checked off the stick, but it rolls right to teammate Previtt. Dave Previtt's shot was knocked away by the stick. Rome will have to tag up at center ice here. They trail by 3. Red Raiders lead it with 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in our third period. Scott Service sends the puck in, and then he skates to the bench as the Red Raiders changing on the fly.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's a hard check handed out by Mike LaPointe. Mike Dion sends into the Rome zone. Red Raiders now very content to just send the puck into the Black Knight zone. Here's Service. He's got Heath McLean going to the net, but Seth Service elected to keep the puck. This is Mike Dion moving in. Dion shooting, and DiMaggio gets the glove on that shot. Service eludes a check. Now LaPointe rattles one off the outside of the net. This is Heath McLean. McLean loses the puck to John Rowe. Rowe feeds for a teammate, and finally Rome clear the puck down to a minute 15 in our hockey game. Seth Service has the puck go off his stick, but it rolls right to Rochford. Now for LaPointe. Oh, and Mike LaPointe went far side that time and just missed the RFA goal.
And that just missed the corner. It almost went in, Chip.
We're under a minute in our hockey game.
Well, the Massena Red Raiders have got to pat themselves on the back here.
Seth Service winds and shoots. The rebound, Mike LaPointe scores for the Red Raiders, and that makes it a 7-3 hockey game.
They have not let up on this pace at all. They are setting a torrid pace out on the ice. And I don't know whether you've noticed it, Chip, or not, but I have. This Rome Free Academy team has been run completely ragged out there right now. Here's the goal coming along. The shot right there, the rebound coming out in front, and goodbye.
As the Red Raiders now leading 14-20 the time of the goal.
Scored by number 7, Mike LaPointe.
Mike LaPointe gets the goal.
Assist going number 22.
Just 14.
Seth Service, number 16, Heath McLean. That's LaPointe.
33 seconds remaining in this hockey game, and we want to tell you that this has been an Edwards production, and any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the accounts of this game without the express written consent of Edwards Productions is strictly prohibited. Our cameramen for this telecast have been Chris Tabor and Gary Edwards. This game has been produced and directed by Chad Edwards. Just 7 seconds remaining in our hockey game. And Jamie, while you're coming up with maybe your 3-star selections, I will just quickly recap the scoring summary for in this hockey game. For the Massena Central Red Raiders, Les Purple picked up a goal, his 9th on the season. He also picked up 2 assists. Corey David had 2 goals on the night with an assist. Corey David's 7th and 8th goals on the season. Jason Converse had a good night with 3 assists. Josh Spanberg, a goal and an assist. For Spanberg, his 17th goal on the season. Mike LaPointe, a goal and 2 assists. Mike LaPointe, his 14th goal on the season. Ryan Kerwin picked up an assist. Seth Service a goal and an assist. For Seth Service, his 10th goal on the season. Jamie Courier picked up his 2nd goal of the year. And P.J. Rochford picking up an assist along with Tim O'Shea. And for Rome Free Academy tonight, it was John Rowe, one of the goal scorers. Dave Previtt picked up a goal and an assist. Anthony Frankie had a goal. Justin Davis had an assist, along with Sam St. Thomas with an assist, Anthony Amo, and Steve Townsend also with assists.
Well, I really, this is going to be hard to do, is pick out the 3-star selection. But I'll tell you, Corey David put out a lot of muscle out there. He contributed quite a bit out there tonight, so my first star is going to go to Corey David. He did quite a bit of work out there.
2 goals and 1 assist for Corey David.
Okay, we move on to the 2nd star. I got to give it to Justin White. He played a darn good game in goal tonight against one of the best teams in the state right now. And that's my 2nd star. And my 3rd star is Jamie Courier, the right place at the right time tonight.
Jamie Courier also picked up a goal for the Massena Central Red Raiders.
And I'll tell you right now, Chip, that was a tough job right there. I wouldn't give that job to my worst enemy right now, trying to pick the 3 stars tonight, because they were all stars out there tonight.
On our picture right now, as you see on our Club 37 scoreboard, head coach Tim Long of the Massena Central Red Raiders and Al Williams of the Rome Free Academy Black Knights. Well, that will do it for our telecast here tonight from the Massena Arena. Not a bad crowd on hand tonight. The majority of the crowd here go home happy as the Massena Central Red Raiders winners by the score of 7-3 over Rome Free Academy.